going on, guys? So today I'd like to talk about a card that everybody else was talking about and I kind of just ignored it. But now I'm going to talk about it because, well, and I'm going to use my past experience with Battle and Boxers to migrate this card and how it makes sense. And what card am I talking about? Well, if you read the title, you already know. But it's Bujingi Sinyou. Or Sinyou, or whatever you want to call it. I can't pronounce this shit. Alright, so Bujin is, everybody's saying it's another honest, and other people saying it isn't an honest. I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It is another honest, but it's one that is not as effective because even though with Bujins and Yamato you put things to grave, so that's not that much of an issue, I'm going to call it Counterpunch Syndrome, and I'll get to that why, but let's tell you what the card does. So first off, it's 1500 attack, 1000 defense, it's a level 4, and it's just a beast. During either player's damage step, if a beast warrior type Bujin monster you control battles the opponent's monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard. That monster you control gains attack equal to the current attack of your opponent's monster it's battling until the end of the damage step. If it does, all battle damage your opponent takes for the rest of the battle is halved. You can only use the effect of Bujin Sinyou once per turn. Okay, so this card is good, but it's not Crane good and it's not Honest good. It only takes half the damage, even though its attack gets higher, so getting over stuff isn't a problem. But you have to banish it from the grave, which isn't that big of a deal. But why is this Counterpunch Syndrome? Is because in Battle of Boxers, there's these 3 cards called Counterpunch. You banish it from your grave, and it's not hard to get into the grave, just like it's not hard to get in Bujingi Sinyou. But when you banish it, you get the Battle of Boxers monster gains 1000 attack. It's a little different, but it's like the same premise. When it enters the damage step, banish, whatever. But this card's going to suffer from Counterpunch Syndrome. As the deck Battle of Boxers evolve, even though some people play it, but the most competitive decks with it have topped only use Counterpunch as a side deck, and I don't think they ever sided it in. They finally realized the deck's faster without having the 3 Counterpunch in there. Even though it is a good card, it just kind of slows it down in the long run. That's what's going to happen with Bujingi Sinyou. And I'm not saying that just because that has a similar effect. It's because since it already has an actual Honest, because light monsters play 1 Honest, and then 3 Crane, they need the other Bujin monsters to not rely on Sinyou. What's going to happen with this is it's going to come out, and I'd say a majority of players, unless if they already think it's not good, are going to try to play this at 3, and then slowly you're going to be like, alright, I'm going to play it at 2, then go to 1, they're like, you know what, this card's just slowing me down, I can play other Bujin monsters in place that are good, I already have my 3 Crane and 1 actual Honest, I don't really need this, I'm going to take it out. Now, some people might play at 1, to do it, to, you know, keep it consistency, but there's not a lot of room left in the deck for Bujins, they don't really need much more, maybe a better XC, or maybe a Searcher, even though their Searchers are pretty tight at the moment. But this card is going to just be played and then slowly not be played. That is my personal opinion on it, if anybody was actually wondering. I just think it is a good card, don't get me wrong. But if like Crane ever got banned or something like that crazy, I don't think it will, but if for some reason Crane ever got banned, this card would take place of Crane easily. But as for right now, since Crane is a thing and you have 1 actual Honest in Bujins, this card will be played a lot, then slowly decrease and maybe even put in a side deck or something like that. But for right now, the deck, it's just not going to be that great. Good card, it's a great card, but it's just not great when you already have 3 Cranes and an Honest. You don't need more of those because you need your Hairs, and you need your Quillins, and you need your other stuff for Bujins to operate along with your Mechazutis and your Yamatos. So there's not much room, along with all your traps, because, you know, Bujin set 5. Yamato set 5. There's not enough room to make this card awesome. But that's just my personal opinion, guys. Comment below what you think is going to happen. Let me know your opinions on the card and stuff. This is just my opinion, opinions, and that's why we're allowed to have them, because we're human beings. Well, anyways, guys, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Peace!